work starts when we get inside them ropes, and social media can't save Jake Paul, his mouth can't save him. It comes down to fighting, and I'm a lot better at doing that than him.
Showed up every single day and went on tons and tons of auditions and kept on making videos, and before you know it, I booked a role on Disney Channel, and the videos kept going viral, and one thing led to another.
How much money have you made?
A lot. I don't know. It gets to a point where you make so much that you don't even count it anymore. So yeah, I don't really know.
You don't know how much money you've made? I find that hard to believe, Jake. You strike me as somebody who knows exactly how much money you've made.
I promise you, Piers Morgan, I have no idea. I make money, lump sums, residuals, investments, equity, exits of companies. So the net worth is always going up and down, you know, even moving with the markets and such. But I mean it when I say, like, you stop paying attention at some point. And to me, you know, the money's great, but I really love boxing, and this is what I was put on earth to do. And when I first started out, I wasn't getting paid like I am getting paid now to box all these guys. You know, this is as of 2-3 years ago, where the Forbes list and all this stuff started coming in from this sport. So I would be doing this regardless of the money.
I believe you, but I also know that you and your brother have both exhibited a rare talent for making a ton of cash. And you are influencers first, I guess, was what made you what you were. You're now a professional boxer. There seemed to be a moment where you were making all the money from the YouTube stuff, but it wasn't enough. That for you mentally, you wanted to push yourself in a different way. And boxing gave you that escape route, perhaps, from the kind of road you were going on. What was it about boxing that you think really ignited that fire inside you?
Yeah, look, it was the routine, the discipline, the passion, the challenge. I wasn't challenged anymore in YouTube. I set a goal to become the biggest daily vlogger on YouTube. I accomplished that goal. I was getting 15 million views a day, and I was tired of it. I wasn't creatively expressing myself properly. I wanted to move on to the next thing. YouTube was banning everyone off their platform if you swear, and all types of crazy new rules and limitations. And I saw that as a dead end. And during that time, I stumbled across boxing, and it took me back to my roots. People forget that I was a state wrestler, a state lacrosse player, a state football player. And so I really got back to my first dream, which was to be a professional athlete. And everything clicked when I got into that boxing gym, and I finally felt at home. And I was able to mature through that process and figure out who I truly was as a man. So I needed boxing. And it sounds like the typical boxing story, but that's why there's so many movies about it, man, because you hear it time and time again. And the boxing world and all of that saved me, for sure.
Is the difference between your previous life and this one that when you were a YouTube influencer, and that was how you made your money and your fame, that a lot of it could be very trivial? You were known for pranks, you were known for taking very little very seriously, but there are few things in life more serious than getting into a ring to fight another professional boxer, where actually your life could be at stake. They couldn't be really two more different things.
No, it's facts, man, and we don't take that lightly, you know. And I know how serious of a sport this is. I know it's the hardest sport in the world. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, but something about that makes me rise to the occasion. And like you said, they're really polar opposites. You know, waking up as a YouTuber every day, you just wake up and do whatever it is that you're gonna do, come up with an idea. This is like a set regimen with the team, day in and day out. It's very professional, very difficult. But man, I'm just obsessed with it.
You've called out a lot of famous fighters, from Conor McGregor to others. Why do you do that? And is it just to provoke them? Do you want to be in that orbit? Is it to get clicks? Is it to get money? What is it?
No, man, it's because I really want to fight them, and that's what I've proven. When I first called these people out, everyone thought I was crazy. I'm definitely slightly crazy, a little bit, but they didn't think that was actually possible for these fights to happen. And in less than 3 years, I've taken on some of the biggest names in the sport, some combat sports legends, and so. To me, I always saw the vision. I always saw the game plan. I always knew what I was capable of. And I think at some points I was biting off more than I could chew with calling out these guys. But my skill has quickly caught up to be able to actually go in there and beat some of these guys. And I think it's to a point now where when I called out Conor McGregor, everyone thought I was crazy. And now I guarantee you he won't ever box me because I would beat him. And he knows that. If I could beat Anderson Silva, who's bigger, stronger, faster, better striker, then a smaller guy in Conor McGregor is not going to want to fight me.
Let me ask you about the fight on Sunday. You're up against a guy, like I said, who's unbeaten. There's a lot at stake here. It's a proper fight now. I mean, all the criticism you've taken that you haven't had a proper fight against a sort of lifelong professional boxer, that criticism ends on Sunday night. Do you have any doubt? I hear you guys have agreed now whoever wins takes all the money. And that's a lot of money, nearly $10 million. Have you got any doubt in your head right now that you will win and that you may win by knockout?
No, I don't. I'm confident in my preparation. You know, anything can happen in a boxing match, but you work to make those things not happen. And he just doesn't have the power, the capabilities to do anything to be able to defeat me. And that's why I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, because talk is cheap. And that's why I'm putting it all on the line. And Sunday night, you're going to see me knock this guy out. Be there, pay-per-view, pull up. Piers Morgan, thank you, bro, for having me.
Now, look, there's a very interesting debate about these YouTubers turned boxers, about whether they're making a mockery of the great sport of boxing. You're a boxer and always have been, but what do you make of it? I mean, are they at a level now, these Paul brothers, where actually that argument no longer carries water?
I mean, at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's bringing new eyes to boxing, and that's the only positive thing I can say about it, really. Other than that, it is what it is. They're not proper professional boxers, you know. They're just people who's playing at it, you know, doing it to entertain the crowd, earn a few quid, and that's it, really. But when you put one of those in with a professional boxer, well, you're all about to see what's going to happen. But I don't know, it's bringing new eyes to the sport. You know, kids are getting involved that wouldn't normally watch it. So, yeah, it's great.
What if you lose? I mean, Tyson's already made it clear what his reaction will be, which is basically disowning you by the sound of it. But for you to lose to someone who's not even a real boxer, that would be unthinkable, right?
Of course, and that's why that's not an option. There is no way that this man could beat me, even if he had a hammer in both hands. There is no way, and I'm going to exhibit that. Yeah,
I've made it 2 rules in life. Never fight anyone called Tyson or Fury. Just seems to me to be an act of self-harm.
Well, soon it's going to be never fight anyone called Tyson and never fight anyone called Tommy, because I'm going to prove that in shortly under 4 weeks.
Out of interest, have you ever had a fight with Tyson?
I've had many fights with Tyson in the gym, yes, but I can't reach his head, so I'll just hit his hips. And that's where I'm online with.
Have you ever knocked each other out?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, if I steal his breakfast, he might hit me with a few good right hands and wobble me up a bit, but that's not happened so far. I'm a bit more wiser than that.
Now, more personally, last time I interviewed Tyson, he was on this show, and he said he was retiring. And I said, I don't believe you. And in fact, if you do come back in the ring professionally, you've got to give me £1 million. Will you take the bet? And he took it live on air and then said on talkSPORT he would pay me in pound coins. Can you just tell him I'm still waiting, and that every morning I run down to the post office, there's no bag of coins, Tommy?
Well, I'm sorry, Piers, but I hate to say it, I haven't got the stones to go up to and ask for your £1 million. You're going to have to do that yourself.
I'll ring him. I'm not scared. I'll ring him. What's going to happen in this fight? You think you're going to knock him out?
I know I'm going to knock him out. This fight will not go any more than 4 rounds. The stuff that I'm doing in the gym, the people that I'm handling in the gym, there's no way this goes the distance.
And he apparently went on social media to reveal that you'd become a father without you guys even getting the chance, you and Molly May, your partner, to say it yourself.
Listen, at the end of the day, all Jake Paul can do from, wherever he is in this world is speculate. And that's all that was, speculation. Nothing's ever true unless you hear it from me and Molly.
Do you like the trash talking side of boxing?
It's part of the parcel. It is what it is. It's stuff that we have to do. It's called the entertainment business. That's the game that we're in. And me and Jake Paul are great dance partners. And I've enjoyed the build-up so far. It's going to get a lot more heated. And I can't wait. But the real work starts when we get inside them ropes. And social media can't save Jake Paul. His mouth can't save him. It comes down to fighting. And I'm a lot better at doing that than him.
And just in case things don't go right, do you want me to text Cristiano tonight and just see if he's got any spare rooms?
I mean, if he's, why not? Saudi, I could come accustomed to living out there, but Piers, you're going to see pigs fly in the air before something goes wrong with me and Jake Paul, I'll tell you that.
Well, I admire you for coming on Piers Morgan Uncensored, as I did with Tyson. We'll always have a Fury on here. You can tell Mr. Paul that we're looking forward to seeing him coming on as well. See how he gets on.
For sure, listen. Make all the best of it, Mr. Jake Paul, 'cause in 4 weeks, your boxing career is completely over because it never started in the first place.
Well, go get him, Tommy. Go do it for Britain, Tommy. Knock him out. Good to talk to you.